Hello and welcome to Quicktips 17, and GoldPass member asked me whether tutorial 128 could be used with volume charts. In particular, he wanted to apply to a 40,000 share bar the RSI of what it would be on a 100,000 share or contract bar. So I've actually done it 37,000 bars. It doesn't really make too much of a difference, but let me just explain the way I've got these the charts set up. Both charts are set to exchange time, and both charts are set to volume. In other words, they're using volume rather than tick. And if we just go and have a look at first 100,000, so go format, symbol, and you'll see we've got volume trade vol, and we're using 100,000. To this chart, what I've done is applied an RSI, standard RSI, and you'll see that the setting I have there is for period 14. What I've done is modified tutorial 128 very slightly, and I have that called Quicktips 17 applied to this chart, which, as I say, is a 37,000 bar. And you'll see if you just compare the two values here, 35.18 and 19 and so on, those values are the same. And what you'll also see, if you just go back, if you can find appropriate times. Now bear in mind that some of these bars don't end, or most of them don't end at the same time, so you have to be a little bit careful as to where you compare. But the same methodology that applied for the bars in tutorial 128 does apply to the volume bars. And let me just show you quickly what I did to modify the program. So if we go to the program, and the inputs have stayed the same, although what I've called bar span here, I've given it a default of 100,000. And then if we just go down the chart, what I've changed is the PSP interval chart type to data chart type dot volume. I've commented out this interval dot interval type. I've left the PSP interval span to be equal to bar span. So really the only significant change is changing bar type, or rather chart type, to volume. Just to show you another point here, on this chart, on the 100,000, I've got the RSI and I've got the Quicktips 17. And if you just move your, it's a little difficult to see, let me just increase the size of that. If we move you'll see that those values, in other words the value of the RSI and the value of the PSP RSI, which are being calculated in totally different ways, but one of them using the underlying bar data on this chart, the other one using the PSP, do calculate to be the same values, but equally the PSP version can be applied to a volume chart of a different number of bars. Okay, so that is Quicktips 17. If you're interested in tutorial 128, then please go to markplex.com and look for the tutorials page. And with the tutorial 128, so on that page, you can also download the program, the tutorial program 128. And if you're a GoldPass member, you can download it for free. So thank you very much.